Hello, everybody. It's Kim. I am checking in with this post that we just got in the Mind Body community that I think really speaks to so many of us and to sort of a process that I've been working with lately to get answers and get solutions and find our way through. And one of the things I've seen as a doctor with so many people struggling with chronic illness or pain or anxiety, depression, and then there's really no solution. There's like how you manage it or how you get through it or how you work really hard to prevent it. But to actually have resolution is a different thing. And the thing I've seen create that is when we come into a higher consciousness. Because we can't, even Einstein has said, like, we can't solve the problem in the same, we can't find the solution in the same consciousness where the problem exists. So, I just flew into Dallas. I have a client flying in for a private retreat this weekend. I'm in this beautiful place. And I did look on the Uber on the way over at some of the comments in the Mind Body community. And this one really spoke to my heart. So it was posted by Jay, who has been just awesome in being a receiver, even though it can be sometimes confusing, like what's going on. Where it was, he's had this really severe dermatitis on his scalp and went to the dermatologist and they're like, oh, you've got irritation, here's a steroid. And he was like, I know that's not the solution for me. And so he asked the doctor, what else can be done? Because I know that's not what I need to do. And she's like, there's really nothing else. Put the steroid and call it a day. And, in the conventional model, that's what you get. That's what we're taught. We're taught how to use pharmaceuticals to suppress symptoms, which is awesome. If you're an emergency medicine doc, like that's what I did. That's what we want to do. But when you look at how do we heal chronic illness or how do we help the body be healthier, there's really zero that perspective has to offer. And so what I shared with him is, and what I'm going to share with you too with this little process is you've got to go to a higher consciousness to get a higher awareness. And in this circumstance, that might mean consulting a different kind of doctor or practitioner who is versed in understanding how to help the body heal. Because, depending on what door you knock on, that is the answer you're going to get. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It doesn't mean it's for you. It means that's that person's paradigm. That's that person's reality. And if it's a match for yours, it will feel like a fit. And if it's not a match for yours, it will feel really heavy, like, oh, that can't be my solution. So the thing that has to happen though for us, and I've seen this like over and over and over in my life, I have to come into a higher consciousness because otherwise I won't even see those doors. I won't even know those kinds of practitioners exist. I'm not even open to those solutions. So the frustration that he was expressing, or the frustration we feel when we're like, no, we don't need to function in that paradigm. We don't need to function in that reality. We don't need to function in that belief system where like, this is all that can be done. I'm sorry, you're just going to have to do it this way. And something in your system knows like, is that really true for me? What else is possible? So if all you do is just pause, meet your own frustration, like what frustration comes up in my body when I'm told that's the answer or that's all that can be done. Because as I meet it, as I feel it, as I just let it in and stop fighting against it, it moves. You're breathing, breathe right into it. But even if you're just breathing, it's going to move as you pause. So as you go to curiosity, as you soften your body and just look and, what else is possible here? Is that my truth? You already shifted into higher frequency, into a higher consciousness. It's so simple, but what we don't see is like how much we're trying to make the first consciousness work. Oh, let me just go ask a different person. Let me go read more books. Let me try harder. We've got to shift the space that we're in first. So one thing I've used, and we're going to do this in the first call in the Embracing Health group, which is in like another week. It's a week from today, on June 3rd, is this process. Like, how do we get answers from a higher consciousness? And the first step is you've got to embody that because it's not out there. What's out there can only reflect where I am and here. So what will happen if I let go of needing to know, because attachment is like clenches us, contracts us into that lower frequency, into that lower consciousness. So what if I let go of needing to have the answer? Just that alone puts me in a different space, different perception, different ways that the brains work, different neurologic connection. Soften my body. Like for me, that's a big, big, big one. Whenever I remember to soften my body, my breath goes deeper in. And then even just physically, there's more serenity. But that's big because physical shifts are what create like quantum shifts throughout every part of your body. So whenever you're faced with like a challenge, or you're like over and over and asking yourself this question, why can't I just get the answer? Remember this. Oh, let me actually ask and then look. Because if we're asking to get, I gotta figure it out. We're holding that contraction that has us not know, that has us not receive it and not let it in. So if we can just let go, okay, I really want to know what the hell is going on. I'm really frustrated. So I'm just gonna take a deep breath and let that be as it is. I'm breathing more fully. I'm softening. I'm even 2% more in curiosity than I am in frustration or angst or fear. And that little bit of a shift lets me receive the awareness from a different place. So you might be asking it from one place, but you actually have to go to a higher consciousness to let the answer in. We'll do a really a deeper integration with this for those of you who are in Embracing Health, or those of you who would like to be in Embracing Health next week on Thursday, because I thought about our first call as we're heading off this year, this live group, working all together live to accelerate consciousness to heal the body. What would be the best way to, because I could go in and answer questions, but how can I bring you more into the awareness of the answers? And so this is a really, really profound integration. I know it will be a huge gift to everyone in the group to be able to get them from within yourself. So right up front in the year, we will start with that. For those of you who are interested in possibly being a part of this group, it's at drkimd.com/health. And I know there are a lot of people really, really ready to shift out of the lack and the frustration and the beating my head against a wall. So hello, beautiful Renaissance redhead. Let me just check in with any questions or comments or thoughts that came up here. Thanks for being here live. I will share this in the Mind Body community as well. So let me know how this resonates with you. Have you tried this, right? Because if you feel like it's not working, 100% of the time, it's because I'm in contraction. Right? Even the frustration of I just can't get the answer. I have to let go. So there's the receptivity for what's in the higher awareness, what's in the higher consciousness, because it's in a different frequency. So practice this, play with this. Let me know what happens within you or what you realize, because this is really magic. It's really, really powerful. So anyway, drkimd.com/health is the link if you would like to be part of this group for our next year together in our ascension and acceleration and healing, and I'm super excited about it. Mansuriman said, even if I let go, I can't seem to connect to my intuition. Pause. It doesn't have to be instantaneous. Be in the pause for the whole day. All right, I would love to know, why do I keep getting these crazy headaches? Or why is my body allergic to 10 different foods and I can't just have ease? What would it take for that to come in? And then sit with that. Maybe it's a week. It doesn't really matter. When you, one of my greatest teachers told me, he was an osteopathic doctor. He said, if you're treating your patient like you have 5 minutes, it will take all day. If you treat your patient like you have all day, it will take 5 minutes. And it's always been true for me. Because when I'm in the space of, I got all day, I'm anxious for nothing, I'm in more peace, I'm in more receptivity, I'm shifting into a whole different state. So how I show up is different. So don't need it to come in this 10 seconds. Just kind of let the distillation happen. I promise you, it's not life that isn't showing up to the equation. It's like, where am I not showing up to the equation? And what would it take for me to show up more fully? Well, I got to meet my fear. I got to meet my pain. I got to get out of judging it. I've got to let myself presence it even just a bit more with more willingness. So yes, you're welcome. So see how that goes and play with it. Let me know. And I'm sending you guys lots of love. And I'll see you soon. Bye.